everybody, it's your boy Chris coming at you for another Dueling Bros video, and today I am bringing you an old but reliable deck. It's been around since set 1, Ruby Purple, and before I get into the deck breakdown portion, I would just like to remind you guys, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button down below, and if you like seeing daily Lorcana content, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another video, okay? I'm trying to do daily content as consistent as possible, and I'd love for you to be along for the ride. Now let's get down to this deck breakdown. Okay, so red purple is a color combination I have not touched on the channel yet, and for this reason, it's just super popular. It's nothing new. Before I started doing videos, it was already covered a bunch. I didn't feel like I had anything new brew-wise to bring to the table. So I figured, you know what, I don't even really like playing it that much anymore because I'm just so tired of playing against it or playing with it that I just kind of have a little bit of fatigue, deck fatigue from seeing it everywhere. So I kind of set it to the side, but it's been a couple of weeks, so it's time to start playing this again. I can't just ignore a whole color combination that's atop of the meta right now. So that being said, red purple is still top 4 easily, if not number 2. Most people would say number 2, if not number 1, because they just love red purple. But in my opinion, blue red is at the top. So let's get into this, okay? I haven't covered this before, so I'm gonna go over every card, but I am going to go a little fast because most people should have seen a video on red purple. I've seen some type of red purple list about. It was the most popular deck last set, and it is still like the number 2 deck right now. So Chernobog's followers, 1 drop. It's just there for draw essentially. 2 attack, 1 health. It has a quest for 1. You can banish it when you quest to draw a card, or you could use it for a bounce with a Madam for ink. Has a couple of options, but that's all it's there for, just to help get a turn 1 play. Then we got Rafiki, trades up into Ursula, all sorts of stuff. It has 0 attack, 2 health, quest for 1, and it has Challenger 3. So even though it doesn't have 0 attack, if your opponent it has 0 attack if your opponent attacks into it on their turn. On your turn, you can use it for great value and attack up with it, or you can bounce it back to your hand with Madam Mim for ink. Okay. So then we got 2 Cuscos. Not necessarily my favorite card, but sometimes that extra draw that he provides can really get you out of a bind. So we have him at 2 of. Okay, normally I have more low drops, but this deck is meant so you ink and draw and get to the higher cost cards in your deck where you begin to start really taking over the game. Okay, if you didn't know, that is kind of how Ruby Purple works. Okay, and then we got the Snake, 3/3, 2 drop, inkable. Quest for 1, you have to bounce a card back to your hand, otherwise it gets banished when you play. Then we got Madam and Fox, a 4/3 with Rush. Quest for 1, same thing, you have to bounce a card back to your hand, or it gets banished on play. And then we got Merlin the Crab, 3/3, 3 drop inkable, quest for 1. When you play it, choose a character to get Challenger 3. And when it gets removed from the field, also choose a character to get Challenger 3. Pretty good card to help take out locations or to trade up into characters with Rafiki or whatnot. That makes Rafiki potentially have 6 attack as a 1 drop. It's pretty nice, okay? And then we got the Goat. Okay, the Goat is super good. Gain lore when you enter play and not lose lore, and gain a lore when it leaves play. I almost misspoke there. He's a great card, 4 attack, 3 health. And he quests for 1, so he's a pretty solid all-around card. You play him, you're pretty much going to get 2 guaranteed lore. Okay, and then we got the Merlin Rabbit, 2 attack, 3 health. He's uninkable, 4 drop, quest for 1. When you play him, draw a card. When he leaves the field, draw a card. It's a very solid draw card, helps you keep those cards coming into your hand, and so to make sure you can ink to get to your big guys. Okay, then we got the 4 drop Prince Eric. This is probably the one thing that I don't see a lot of people using, and I just like him a lot, and I feel like he's an extra removal card, and so I put him in any quest for 2 early. So I think he's a really, really good card. He's a 4 drop, 2/2, quest for 2, and when he is banished, you get to banish another character. So it doesn't matter if he's banished from an action or challenging. When he's banished, you get to banish another character. So I just think he's an all-around good card. So I fit him in the. I found a way to fit him in the deck. I don't exactly remember how I tweaked this to fit him in, but I made it work because I like him a lot. Then we have the 5 drop Jim Hawkins. 4 attack, 4 health. Quest for 2. When you play him, you can play a location from your hand, and when you play a location, you can move him there for free. So he pairs really well with the Queen's Castle. So we have 2 of him to go paired with our 3 of our Queen's Castle. Then Maui, an old staple, 6 attack, 5 health, has Reckless, has Rush. It's a 5 drop Inkable. We love Maui. Okay. Yzma, okay, I think a lot of people have gotten Yzma out of the deck, but I really like Yzma because even though she is draw for you, she's also spot removal for the end of the game if you do need another spot removal to win you that game. So Yzma is a 6 drop Inkable, 4 attack, 4 health, quest for 2. She can shift if need be. Not necessarily going to happen that often unless you're just in a super crunchy spot and you happen to have both of them. And when you play her, you can choose a character card and shuffle that card back into their owner's deck, and that person draws 2 cards. So it could be you or your opponent that you choose to do that for. Most of the time, you're going to be doing that on yourself. And then we have Lady Tremaine. Lady Tremaine is a 6 drop, 3 attack, 4 health, quest for 2. She's also shiftable. You might do that one more often because you can shift on top of Tremaine, get rid of another card, and then bounce both of those back to your hand to play them both later. It's a pretty devastating combo. She quests for 2, and when you play her, your opponent has to choose a card, and it gets banished. So it gets around ward and stuff like that. If they only have like one character in the field, and then you play that, and that character has ward, it still goes away. So then we got Madame Medusa, probably one of the most famous red cards that have come out from set 3. Is 4 attack, 4 health, quest for 1, 6 drop uninkable. But when you play her, you get to choose a character that with 3 attack or less and banish them. It's a very good card, especially for a lot of the good cards that are in the meta right now that have 3 attack or less, like Beast, Robin Hood, Rockstar Stitch, Kita. There's several cards out there right now they're just really good with 3 attack. Ursula, the new Ursula, 3 drop. There's so many good cards that can be taken out to really help. Or Hades, right? Hades is a 7 drop that can be taken out. Just a lot of cards. And then we got Elsa, right? I did not. I think a lot of people have cut Elsa from the deck, but I think she's just too strong, especially in a deck that you can bounce stuff on the field and then play it again. She is too strong. She's 4 attacks, 6 health. She is 8 cost, but she can shift. So if you do get both of her, you can shift her on top of herself and do the same thing as Lady Tremaine. She quests for 3, like I just said, and whenever you play her, you freeze up to 2 characters on your opponent's side of the field, and they cannot awaken during the start of their turn, so it just freezes them. It's very good, especially to help close out games, and she costs 8, so she can sing Be Prepared. Then we got the Maleficent Dragon, 9 drop, Inkable, another staple from set 1 like Elsa, and Maui, attack for 7, 5 health, quest for 2. Whenever you play Maleficent, you can choose a opposing character and banish it. Very good. Okay, and then we got Friends on the Other Side, another staple from set 1. It's a song, 3 drop, you sing it, you draw 2 cards. Simple. Be Prepared, 7 cost, uninkable, you sing it, and all characters go bye-bye. It's pretty annoying. A lot of people really don't like that card, but it is so effective and so good. Then we got Maui's Fishhook, okay? Pairs well with Maui, 3 cost, inkable. Whenever you fatigue it, use its shapeshifter ability. You normally have to pay 2. If you have a Maui out there, you don't have to pay anything. You choose one of the 2 abilities, make a character evasive to the start of your turn, or give a character Challenger 3. Very good at a lot of different circumstances. And then we got the Queen's Castle, okay? 4 drop, inkable, has 7 health, costs 1 to move a character there, and quest for 2. And for every character you have at that location, you get to draw a card. Very good location. I would say either the number 1 or number 2 location that they made, and one of the only ones that actually gets play still after a couple of weeks of the meta being figured out. And that was me running through this deck breakdown pretty fast. So I hope you guys enjoy me joining the dark side and watching me play red purple today. Green, steel. This is probably red purple's biggest weakness. So let's get it. Okay, I'll keep this how it is. Main thing in this matchup is you want to make sure you ink every single turn. And we'll play Trundlebog's Followers and pass. Ink the Cindy. Simba. A different matchup. No draw. You caught me off guard with that. That was probably the right decision, Chris. Ink the Crab. Play the Rafiki. And we move on with our day. Yeah, the only thing about this deck is just such a high uninkable count. Man, you really just played the Bayou? You really just played the Bayou? Okay. Let me tell you something about the Bayou. Okay? That's where I come from. We're gonna hit that. Rafiki ain't even gonna perish, okay? He ain't even gonna perish. We're gonna play the Fox. We're gonna bounce, and we're gonna attack the Bayou. I mean, bounce does what bounce does. You know, this deck is just super consistent. The only reason I don't like it is because it is just been around for forever. And to me, that is annoying. I like when there's a big diversity. That's what I like. Is diversity. Okay, we're far away from that, but we can play the Rafiki in a Maui's Fishhook, and our opponent can be like, huh, what's going on with there? But you know, imagine like a Let the Storm Rage On is about to come, maybe a sudden chill, right? No. Oh my lord. Okay. And now we gotta play the... What is happening with life right now? Okay. So we just have to ink that and... request with Madame. Okay, so... I guess this game is about to revolve on RNG right now. Can we not draw an uninkable? Okay. Deck. We got 45 cards left, alright? I go against red, purple. There we go. Okay. You don't have any songs for Ursula or you would have played. Okay. I don't know how scared of it. I think we just ink Maui. It's sad to see. We play the Madam. And we'll take out an Ursula. And we'll quest for 2. I'm just now noticing our opponent has missed 2 ink. It's a rookie move. Always pay attention to that. I was so caught up on... You can't see me pointing. I don't know why I was pointing at the uninkables. I'm looking at the uninkables in my hand and I'm just not feeling good about this. Okay. And this is just a good example of why the infinite combo is just too slow. It is what it is, okay? We'll do the Bayou. Take out the Bayou. We'll quest. we'll quest, and then we'll play Yzma. Bring back the goat to our hand. I mean, the rabbit to the deck. My bad, rabbit to the deck. Draw 2, get it just another Yzma, so yeah, and we'll pass. Morph. And Beast. Yes, you were trying to set up the infinite combo. I am well aware. Look at all this. Look at all this wonderfulness right here. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Alright, we'll ink. We'll quest. We'll quest. We'll quest. We'll quest again. And we'll just play Madame Medusa. And pass. Even the unfortunate draws are good. Okay. I see there. It's okay. All right. Well, I hope that was fun, sir. That was a lot of work. That's one of the reasons why, you know, this deck is just... Red Purple is popular as it is, because other decks have to do all that, and then we can just boop, play a character. And we'll just play another Madame Medusa. It is what it is. And we'll just rub it in their face, play a Rafiki, and quest to 19, and pass. And Rainsack. And we'll just quest with Yzma, and okay, I think the discard, I thought that was the discard at first. The discard deck is definitely a lot better against Red Purple. I don't know if you noticed, there's a lot of uninkables in the hand. If that was a discard deck, I think that game goes completely differently. And I draw into those uninkables and I can't play, and we lose. I think that's how that goes. But our opponent was trying more of the infinite combo way, and we were able to outlast them. And that's how that goes. Let's move on to the next game. Okay, going against Amber Blue, and we're going first. Okay, I don't know what it is, but when I get to filming at night, sometimes that it's just it turns into the Blue Amber show. So I don't know what that's all about. But I pretty much like our hand for going first. We'll just get rid of that Be Prepared, obviously. Just nip that in the bud. We get the Maleficent. I doubt we get there. So we'll ink that Maleficent. And, you know, we'll play our Rafiki and pass. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. See what our opponent is going to be trying. Okay, we got a Maui. Do we keep the Maui? I think we keep the Maui. And then request for the Rafiki. No. Come on, Chris. Get it together. You gotta ink first. We'll ink. We'll play the Madame. Bring back the Rafiki. And we'll pass. That way we ink the Rafiki if we need to. We can play the Fox, bounce the other Madame back. Popsicle, okay. Okay. I think if it was my opponent, if I was to play a blue amber deck today, I would do like You Have Forgotten Me, and like lanterns, stuff like that to accentuate Tamatoa Lucky Dime. That's what I would be going for. I might even try to work on that. I might. Um, there's no rush coming. I could play the fox, but then it gives the fox away. I'd rather not play the fox. And I'd rather play the castle because one thing blue and yellow don't have are a lot of high attackers. So if I play this castle next turn, it's going to create a lot of havoc for my opponent. See right there, and then I can move the Madam in there, and then we can start drawing off that, and so just things can really start to get out of hand. Our opponent is looking for a Rockstar Stitch. Use Pluto's power. Do it. Smart. Smart, smart, smart. Okay. Because we're not in like a behind the lore type situation, we are going to do this Queen's Castle move. They only have 3 attack on board. They can only move up to 4 potentially. And then we'll quest a Madam Mim. If they want to attack Madam Mim for our Maui to just come in and plow them over, they can do that. And because we kept the fox, we can attack, and then play the fox, get the fox back, or get the other Madam Mim back, and then we can still move the fox over to the Queen's Castle in order to draw next turn. We called that the Rockstar Stitch. Alright. I don't blame our opponent for not wanting to deal with that. Okay, so I think we stay the course. Okay? I think we ink the Madam in. I think we play the Merlin. We draw a card. Okay, that would have been. I wouldn't have wanted to ink the Queen's Castle or the Maui because another Queen's Castle is really going to put the pressure on. And we'll attack with Pluto. Okay, Madam Mim will take 0 damage. They get rid of that, right? And then instead of moving Madam Mim there like the beginning, like what I was talking about last turn, is we'll move the Merlin there because the Merlin is awakened and they're going to have to sing Let It Go or play Let It Go in order to stop me from drawing off the Queen's Castle next turn, but then also the Merlin will draw from being banished from the arena, so it's just a win-win all the way around. Although that was a good play from them. Although Pixelborn does make it kind of dicey when you try to do the whole Bodyguard Simba draw, so I've made that misclick before. I feel your pain, opponent. Okay, our opponent is feeling pretty good right now. Okay. I think they forget that "Be Prepared" is a song. It's there. It's always there. It's never not going to be there. Okay. Whether you quest with that Stitch or not is what's going to decide what I do next, sir. All right. You didn't quest with the Stitch, so I'm not going to play the Madam Medusa. I'm going to ink the Madam Mim. I'm going to play this Madam Mim, and I'm going to move that there. And the ball's in your court, sir, because that's only 2, 5, 6, 8, 9 ink. Okay, now the pride lands. Okay, and so now it's time for you to get cute and play a bunch of characters so I can be prepared. as much as I think this combo is neat, um, it is just the cutest little combo that can be. Because because Be Prepared is so popular. And then there's grab your swords. And when I mean cute, I don't mean that in the sense that I think this is a good combo. I think this is a combo that is okay. All of that, you went through your deck, 39. If you were going against a whole new world deck, it would be even better. Because I would just aim to deck you out. We don't need another Maui. We just quest. Arguably should have just attacked the Pride lands, but I don't really care. And get rid of all that. Okay. And then we draw from the Merlin. And sure, you get your ink, but then we're still getting 4 lore from the Queen's Castle. I mean, we're just Ruby Purple is good. It still is good. And I mean, if it wasn't played by so many people throughout set 2 constantly, because it was the best deck in set 2, maybe I have a different attitude about it. But yeah, I just have that fatigue. You have ward because there's the items out. You're a storyborn ally, not even king or anything, so not scared of that. I guess we just play the goat. And then we bounce the goat. And then we pass. We really don't need to do much more than that. And alright, that was today's video. I know I don't normally play red purple at all, and I don't even know if I've even mentioned it on the channel that I don't even really like red purple that much. I liked playing in the beginning in set 1. It was kind of just Amber Steel, red purple, and other decks have developed, but Ruby Purple has stayed very, very strong. And so I got that deck fatigue, I guess you would call it. I just got tired of playing that color combo over and over, playing against that color combo over and over again. But that doesn't mean it's not good, and that's why I'm here still covering it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will start playing red purple more now that I have covered a lot more decks. So I'll see you next time.